Everybody, let's talk about the prophetic word again today. 2 Samuel 17:27-28, Luke chapter 8, verse 2 and 3, and then Psalm 9:18. The listener to this video needs a provision met in their life, and this is what this prophetic word is about. And the Lord wants to meet your need, but He needs you to meet Him in a specific area. He needs you to go to some place specific and meet Him in that area. There are so many people that are missing out on what God wants to give them because they will not go. That's really what this prophetic word is about. Let's look at 2 Samuel 17, verse 27 and 28. Now it happened when David had come to Manahaim that Shobi the son of Nabash from Rabbah of the people of Ammon, Machir the son of Amiel from Lodebar, and Barzillai the Gileadite from Roglim brought beds and basins, earthen vessels, and wheat barley, and flour, parched grain, and beads, lentils, and parched seed. So stopping there, now it happened when David had come to Manahaim. When David came to that place, these people, all three of these men came and brought provision to David and the people that were there. As you continue to read in this chapter, David and the people that were with him. And many times, the Lord wants us, as I said at the beginning, to go to a particular place to be provided for. I know that it would be easier for everybody just to pray a prayer and then God would just show up with a delivery guy. Sometimes that happens. There are a lot of wonderful, wonderful stories about God, how God provided in that way. But many times the provision that God wants to provide for us is over there, out there. It's not where you're standing. The reason why it's out there is because God wants to do another work in you and through you. And if you go out there, that work is accomplished as well as a provision for you provided for. It's interesting too, I didn't actually read that, but in this context, the people, as I said before, are provided for also with David. What sort of provision that is needed? You need to ask yourself that question. What provisions are needed for those that are around you? You may not actually need specific things, but your actions of obedience provides for someone else. And that's what God wants to tell you today. Luke chapter 8, verse 2 and 3, and certain women who had been healed of evil spirits and infirmities, Mary called Magdalene, out of whom had come 7 demons, and Joanna, the wife of Chuza, Herod's steward, and Susanna, and many other who provided for him from their substances. So there was 3 named who, and many others, but there was 3 named that provided for them. And this prophetic word is that if we are obedient to go where God tells us to go. Maybe it's down the street. Not everybody needs to go to another country. Not everybody needs to sell everything they have and go and wander into another state where they don't know what's going on or they don't know anybody. But many times God wants us to go call that person that you have been reluctant to call. Go sit and talk to that person that you've been reluctant to sit and talk to. Go and do for someone that has nothing to do with you. You're not doing it to benefit, but you benefit when you do it. That's what this message is all about. And these women that were actually ministered to by Jesus, they're reacting to what He had already provided for them, especially Mary having the 7 demons. So Psalm 9:18 says, for the needy shall not always be forgotten. The expectation of the poor shall not perish forever. The enemy is lying to you by telling you that God has forgotten you in your need. And the Lord is telling you, at the same time the enemy is lying to you, the Lord is telling you, your need is down there. It's not right here. If you will obey me to go, in whatever capacity God has called you, those listeners to this video, to go, then the provision will be there. And it will be exceedingly abundantly above all you could ask or think. But you must go so that you can be provided for. God bless you. Have a great day.